And a good evening, Lacrosse fans, and welcome to the 2025 Shaler Area Boys Varsity Lacrosse Senior Night against the visiting Dragons of Taylor Allderdice. Before we announce our seniors tonight, we'd like to make a special shout out to the folks that have shown up, family and friends, thank you so much, as well as Superintendent Brian O'Black, Assistant Superintendent Brian Brown, and Athletic Director Clint Rauscher. Thank you so much. And now, in terms of our senior Shaler Area Boys Lacrosse 2025, class of 2025, we'll start out with long stick midfielder number 18, Charlie Barrett. Charlie is escorted tonight by his mom and dad. He started playing lacrosse at the age of 11. After graduation, he plans to attend Slippery Rock University to study exercise science on a pre-physician assistant track. Throughout high school, Chuck played 4 years of varsity lacrosse, with one of his most memorable moments being the victory over North Hills on senior night 2 years ago. His advice to others is simple: enjoy it while it lasts. Number 18, long stick midfielder Charlie Barrett. Our next senior is number 16, short stick defensive midfielder Zenon Cieslak. Zenon is escorted tonight by his parents, Brian Cieslak and Wendy Barsh, as well as his siblings, Zoe, Ava, Zane, and Adam. Zenon started playing lacrosse at age 12. After graduation, he plans to study computational biology at Colby College. His achievements include being an AP Scholar with Distinction, Student of the Month, United Bocce Varsity Letterman, and a National College Match finalist and recipient. His favorite lacrosse memory is beating North Hills in triple overtime on senior night. His advice to underclassmen is always come early to practice. Outside of lacrosse, Zenon enjoys snowboarding, flying airplanes, fixing his Honda Civic, and landscaping. Number 16, short stick defensive midfielder Zenon Cieslak. Our next senior is number 15, on defense, Jack Clark. Jack tonight is escorted by his parents, Don and Chris Clark. Jack started playing lacrosse at 5 years old for P.Y. Lax. He plans to attend Penn State to study architectural engineering. His accolades include being a 4-year lacrosse letterman and starter, earning varsity letters in golf, hockey, and bocce, being an honor roll recipient, and an AP Scholar. His favorite lacrosse memory is beating North Hills 2 years ago in a row in overtime. His advice is to show up every day, work hard, be accountable, and be dedicated to learning about the game. In his free time, Jack enjoys skiing and hanging out with friends. Number 15, defenseman Jack Clark. Our next senior is number 14, the face-off midfielder Riley Douglas. Riley is escorted tonight by parents Shauna Douglas and John Douglas, and his step-parents Bethany Douglas and Bob Boningberger, and his sister Jaden Douglas. Riley started playing lacrosse at 15 years old. His future plans include attending college, studying exercise science, going to physical therapy school, and pursuing a career in physical therapy. His achievements include being a 4-year varsity lacrosse letterman, earning the Varsity Lacrosse Most Improved Award as a freshman, being a 3-year varsity football letterman, making second-team all-conference punter for junior and senior years, and receiving the Lou Mardig Extra Effort Citizenship Award. His favorite lacrosse memory is winning the game-winning face-off versus North Hills in quadruple overtime his freshman year and playing on the same field as his older brother Logan. His advice is to not take these 4 years for granted because they fly by faster than you think. Always give 100% no matter what the situation is, and focus on what you can control in the present rather than fearing the end result. In his spare time, Riley works at McTie's Flower and Garden Market and Sal Leo's Tree Service. Number 14, face-off midfielder Riley Douglas. Our next senior, number 10 midfielder Elliot Incho. Elliot is escorted tonight by his parents, Jill and Jeff Incho, and his sister, Adeline Incho. Elliot started playing lacrosse at 11 years old. He plans to attend Penn State University to pursue a degree in journalism. His accomplishments include playing varsity football, making the highest honor roll, and being named Student of the Month. His favorite lacrosse memory is scoring his first varsity goal against Plum during his sophomore year. His advice is to work hard and stay consistent because eventually opportunities will come your way. Outside of lacrosse, Elliot participates in football, unified bocce, and the buddy program. This is number 10 midfielder, senior Elliot Incho. Our next senior is on attack. It's number 22. It's Gavin Smallwood. Gavin is escorted by his parents, Joy and Jason Smallwood. Gavin has been playing lacrosse since he was 12 years old. After graduation, he plans to study aviation and become a pilot. His achievements include being a 4-year varsity starter and achieving the highest honor roll. His favorite lacrosse memory is beating North Hills in overtime during his freshman year. His advice to his teammates is hit the wall, always give 100%, and keep your grades up. On attack, number 22, senior Gavin Smallwood. And finally, our last senior, number 40, midfielder, Gino Texter. Gino is escorted by his mother, Christina Texter, and his sister, Nicolina Texter. He started playing lacrosse at 10 years old. Gino's goal is to continue his hockey career at the junior level and eventually become a hockey coach. He is a 4-year varsity letterman. His favorite lacrosse memory is just being around the guys and talking up with Coach Hollywood at practice. His advice is to find your passion and pursue it. Try not to be too hard on yourself when you fail or make a mistake, and always trust in God and His timing. Outside of lacrosse, Gino is a semi-professional race car driver. Number 40, midfielder, senior Gino Texter. And ladies and gentlemen, one last round of applause for your 2025 Senior Shaler Area Boys Varsity Lacrosse Team.
Hello everyone, I'm Robert Mayer alongside
Tyler Ball,
and hope you all enjoyed the senior festivities here at Titan Stadium. It's senior night between Shaler Area Titans versus Taylor Allderdice. We're here in the booth for a wonderful night and hoping our seniors can catch the win. So Shaler, they sit right now at 2-1 in section play and tied in a 3-way tie for 3rd place. What do you think they're going to do as they're coming off of a loss?
Like you said, they came off of an unfortunate 9-8 loss to Swickley Academy, and they're angry. They are hungry. They want to win for their seniors. And if we look at this Allderdice squad, they are not a big squad, with Titans almost doubling their roster size.
Yes, they are. And Allderdice, who is 1-4 and have not yet played a section game, this will be their first. They're looking to spoil Shaler's senior night here, and I expect them to come out with a fight. I expect them to come out, they're the smaller team. Everyone's really counting them out. They don't think they'll be able to compete at that same level as Shaler is. And this is a big game for Shaler, and it's a big game for Allderdice to start their section play off with a win.
No, usually I would disagree with you, but then I commentated the boys soccer senior night, and I saw that. So I'm going to steal this quote from Friday Night Lights, any given Friday.
Any given Friday. So we'll send it to the PA announcer for the starting lineups.
And again, welcome lacrosse fans for this evening's matchup between the Dragons of Allderdice and your Shaler Area Titans. We'll begin with the starting lineup. First for the Dragons. In goal tonight, number 20, Ira Clemens. On defense, number 16, Malcolm Harris. At midfield, number 11, Sam Wahila. Also at midfield, number 23, Gabe Selden. On defense, number 14, MJ Bisno. On attack, number 3, Will Mandarino. Also on attack, number 42, Jack Howell, as well as number 32, Elijah Plummer Polson. On defense, number 25, Elliot Brown. And finally for the Dragons, on defense, number 12, Will Lychek. And now the starting lineup for your 2025 Shaler Area Boys Varsity Lacrosse team. Starting with number 18, on defense, long stick midfielder, Charlie Barrett. At midfield, number 16, Zenon Cieslak. On defense, number 15, Jack Clark. At Fogo in midfield, number 14, Riley Douglas. At midfield and attack, number 10, Elliot Inshow. On attack, number 22, Gavin Smallwood. At midfield, number 40, Gino Texter. And in goal tonight for your Titans, number 27, Zach Ehrenberger. The Titans are head coached by Johnny Monahan. And now, a special treat tonight. If you would, please remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem, sung tonight by Shaler graduate of 2025, Jordan Fowler.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jordan, and well done.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Titan Stadium. It should be a good game. Senior night, it's always going to be a good fought battle. What do you think?
I think that's going to be a great battle between the Titans and the Dragons tonight.
Should be, as teams are lined up at center field as we're about to begin. So what do you think the keys of the game for Shaler to win this game are?
Keys to the game for Shaler, as it is for most sports: strike hard, strike fast, strike quick. Titans need to keep these Dragons off their toes.
And then for Allderdice, they got to just they can't get rattled because of the size difference of these teams, and I think Allderdice, they'll come out fighting pretty well. We'll have to see as the face-off's about to begin senior night here at Titan Stadium. The face-off is won by Shaler. Here he comes, passes it to the wing. Passes it back to Zenon. Zenon over to Riley. Douglas swinging it over. Back out, back to Riley. Douglas with the ball. Making a move, going to the center line, passes it down, mishandles the ball. Scrapping for the ball, and Taylor Allderdice will have it. Lost the ball, passed midfield, and here comes Jack Clark. He'll pass it over to Riley Douglas. Back over. Made a good move. There he goes.
Seems like the Titans are very comfortable with their wing play.
They are slowing down the tempo here. They're making a line change here. Dominic McGregor passes it back over to Coulter. Coulter over to Gino, and it'll go out of play, so out of bounds.
As Titans regained possession as they were closest to the shot ball when it went out.
Dominic over to Coulter. Coulter with the ball. Swings it over to Gino back. Coulter has the ball again. Now Adam Fellows has it. Fellows trying to make a move. He'll get it back out of the zone. Shaler pretty much playing keep away right now. And he'll throw that one a little too much. And it'll still be in a fight down by the line. And it will be Allderdice ball. So a slow start here for both teams. Shaler keeping most of the tempo, but as I say that, there's a steal. Gino has it. Back out there, Coulter, Sicklick, and now Dom has it, getting it down, saved. Ball is out. Goal for the Titans. What a move and a score. And the Titans strike first.
As it looks like a bit of...
And there's an injury down on the field. As people will be taking a kneel. And the trainers and the medical staff will come out, as well as the coaches. That's not what you want to see to start this game.
Especially with 3 minutes in. And with that limited of roster for the Dragons.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard hit. Hopefully he just has a cramp and he'll be fine. His trainer looking at his ankle, so we'll have to see. Hopefully he gets up on his own power, but as there's a break, what have you liked to see? What have you liked out of the Titans so far?
They scored. What more can you want from them?
They did.
They put a goal in quick. Like I said, strike hard, strike fast, strike often. They have struck first and they have struck fast.
And that's what you want to see, as he'll get up limping, needing help to get off the field, but he's hopping on his own power, so hopefully he'll be fine.
Looks like that is MJ Bisno.
MJ Bisno with the injury, or has the injury. And we'll start it at center field here. One nothing Titans, 9 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter, as they'll get a sub in here for the face-off.
And the opening goal goes to the Titans by number 22, Gavin Smallwood.
Now senior Gavin Smallwood with the goal. There's never a better way to start your senior day.
Yes, it is. And there's a face-off. And the Titans will have it. So here comes Riley Douglas with it. Swinging it over to Gino Texter. Back over to Elliott. Elliott run around. He'll get it out of the zone. Over to Zenon. Zenon with it. Just standing there. He's jogging around the sideline. And right now it's not looking like there's a lot of aggressiveness from Allderdice, as Zenon has it again, and Gino misses.
As well will sail wide, but Titans will be there.
Titans remain with the possession, and they'll start it. So over, Dominic McGregor has it. Moves Logi's trying to find someone to pass it to. Now he's going to make a move. Inside, Logan. And he's got it! It's a Titans score again. So an early 2-0 start for the Titans here. How did
And
you
a
like
tight
that?
goal scored by number
That was
one,
beautiful.
Dominic McGregor.
That was junior Dominic McGregor on the goal.
What a play. Just almost in 2 minutes, they get two goals. Titans have struck here, struck early and fast.
I could not pick apart who set up the pick behind the net, but that pick was perfect. Put the Titans right in the position they needed.
And who was that with the goal? Was it
That was Dom McGregor.
Don McGregor with the goal? The junior. And now Zenon has it again. He loses possession of the ball. And it's pretty much been in Allderdice's territory for pretty much the entire start of this game. Doesn't seem like Allderdice can get possession of it at all. And it has not been in Shaler's zone whatsoever.
And even as they get possession, they lose it immediately to a penalty.
And I was watching them in warm-ups, and they were kind of fumbling some of the drops on the ground or whatever. And it didn't. And hopefully they pick it back up because they're going to need this if they want to come back down 2-0. And it's not the best thing when you go down 2-0 early.
It's not the best thing, especially when you have this strong of a Titans lineup.
Douglas has it. He's just standing around, waiting to make a move. Over to Gino, but he can't get it. And it will be out, and it will be Allderdice ball. So Allderdice finally gets a stop, and maybe we'll see it in the Titans' territory. He'll throw it over to the goalie. Back over to Elliott Brown. Elliott Brown trying to make a move. He's got it on the sideline. He's got daylight. He's looking to pass it, and he'll pass it back to number 11, I'm pretty sure. Number 11, Sam Walia. Walia with it. He mishandles the ball, but they'll still remain with possession. Just fumbling it. The Titans just playing bully ball right now. And Julian Francis has it. Francis over to Will Mandarino. And he'll have it, and now Gino has it. Ball's loose. He'll pick it up. Can the Titans get another score? He'll slow it down and go out of the zone. As some subs still come in for some subs will come in for the Titans. Throwing it in to Elliott. Elliott back out to Coulter. Over to Gino. Gino over to Gavin. It's the first time we're really seeing Gavin have the ball today. He'll swing it back out to Josh. And he'll mishandle it. We'll see if Allderdice can get it. He cannot. Shaler retains it. He'll kick it back out to Josh. He'll kick it back out to Josh Uliski. Uliskal. Trying to create, and now he'll take it back out. He tried to attack inside. Here comes Gino. Spin move over the net. And that will go out of play.
No, in this game, we have seen two different Titan teams that work in perfect unison. When they have the ball, they pick and choose their chances in a very smart way. But the minute they lose it, all they see is red. They just play physical.
Yes, they do. And that's been working for them after a nice 4-1 or 4-2 start. 4-2 start for them. So they're still in Allderdice's territory. Here goes Gino to try to make a move. And it almost went in. It just goes out. And it will be Allderdice possession. And subs will come in for both the Titans and Allderdice.
Although there was a flag thrown by the official, so the Titans may have kept possession there.
So flag is down for, flag's down, and who has possession of it? Looks like the refs are trying to figure it out, and they'll meet together. So it's been a fast start for Shaler, a slow start for Allderdice. What do you want to see out of Allderdice to hopefully get a score and get back in this game?
They need to play much more physical on defense. They're playing very passive.
Yeah, you can just tell that they're very off on them, and they're not really pressuring them as much. And I agree with you. I think they need to pressure more and create more turnovers. Because Shaler right now, they're just running the offense and playing bully ball. That's going to hit off a stick, and that will go out of play. And it will still remain Titans' possession. Off it, and it will go back out. Plays back in.
The Titans are playing a man up right now due to that penalty.
Over to Elliott over there, and the Titans score again. What a goal. Jonah Capel with the score, and the Titans are up 3-0 early.
What this Titans team is doing is just absolutely brilliant. Like I said, picking and finding smart opportunities to score.
Jonah Cable.
Yes, they are. 3-0 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. That is definitely what you want to see on the scoreboard for these Titans.
Especially for these Titans, too, since it's their senior night.
And they're trying to break the three-way tie for third place. And their goals this year is playoffs. They want to make a run in the playoffs. So they need as many wins as they can get to hopefully get that chance of making a run. He'll throw it over to Zenon. Zenon with it. He'll throw it over to Troy Signetti. Signetti over to Gino. Back over to Zenon. Zenon over to Zenon over to Douglas. Shoots and scores! Riley Douglas! What a goal! And the Titans are on fire here to start.
And that Titan goal scored by number 14, Riley Douglas.
That was pretty, especially for his senior day.
That is especially what you wanted to see from the senior there. And you know, these Titans are really senior and junior heavy, and that's what wins. And we've seen that in most sports here in the WPIAL as of last few years and many years here. It's the senior teams win. You saw it from the girls basketball team. They went far as a senior team. The boys team a year before. And then also you have the baseball team that year with all those seniors. They won the state title. So Shaler's definitely had some success, a lot of success with senior play. And it is Troy Signetti with the ball, back to Zenon. Zenon over to McGregor. McGregor over to Gino. Texter with it. He's now attacking. He'll pick up some speed. Throw it over. And it's another goal for the Titans. 5-0. And what a first quarter to remember for these Titans.
That Titan goal scored by number 12.
What a first
Troy
quarter to remember for these
Signetti.
seniors.
Yes. Now this is the best case scenario these seniors wanted in this game. They wanted to start off hot and they wanted to win huge. And Shaler has it. He's attacking inside. Lost the ball and he'll cover it. So Allderdice with it. And the goalie's just walking up. Overthrew him, and the ball's tipped around, and it will be Shaler ball. So talking about Allderdice here, their goals forced throughout the entire year, they've only forced around 2 2 goals a game. And they've allowed around 16 to 17 goals a game.
I mean, they did lose the game to Freeport, 26-0.
They did. And that was, no one saw it, and you think they would play with some more fight, and maybe they will, but this Shaler team is really good. So here comes Gavin Smallwood, and did that go in?
Talk about the Shaler team being so good. Gavin Smallwood putting in, I believe, his second of the night.
Goal scored by number 22.
There's
Gavin
another
Smallwood.
goal for the Titans. I didn't even see it. And what a goal there. Gavin Smallwood getting on the board again.
And still touching on how good the Titans are. According to Pittsburgh Lacrosse Media, they are the 12th best team in the greater Pittsburgh area.
That's really impressive.
They're above teams like Peters Township, Cannon McMillan, Bethel Park.
Shoots off the net. And Smallwood will have it. He gets it back out to Zenon Cieslak. Cieslak will throw it over. And Shaler just playing a little bit slow with it. Signetti with it. Over to Smallwood. Gavin Smallwood, turn around the corner and he scores again! Back-to-back goals for Gavin Smallwood, and what a game he is having.
Number 22, Gavin Smallwood.
And I believe that is a hat trick for his senior night.
What a senior night, and a senior night to remember. He'll be telling his grandkids and kids about that. 7-0 Titans.
Seems like the Titans cannot be stopped right now.
And goalie Zach Ellenberger, he has not had to do anything in the net today.
And I just saw him take a golf swing with his goalie stick.
And yeah, if you look over there, he's just practicing some golf. Maybe he'll go play a golf in the offseason.
As now we're seeing some aggression from the Dragons.
They got to do it, and here comes Shaler back with the aggression. Someone gets laid out. And Shaler's really playing with the aggression. That's Gino Texter. And the refs are going to have to come in and break this up.
I'm not sure if it was someone from Taylor Allderdice or Shaler who instigated it, but there was some extracurriculars after the whistle.
They'll say it's Allderdice ball.
As we have about a minute left in the quarter.
And there will be a timeout.
That's going to be a timeout called by the Titans.
And I think they called illegal body checking, or unsportsmanlike conduct. It was one of the two. And the teams will be on the timeout. So, what a senior night for the Titans. Absolutely domination, 7-0. And for Allderdice, they got to play with some more aggression.
Yeah, that's the big thing for them. They're just letting the Titans get through. And that is what you don't want them to do, especially this strong of a Titans lineup.
Yes.
This strong of Titans roster.
They need to find some kind of might to get in here and get back in the game. And for Shaler, as we're talking about it, they have already played 3 section games. They're 2-1. Like I said earlier, they're tied for 3rd. In section games, they're averaging about 14 goals a game and only allowing around 5 goals. Right now, Allderdice hasn't even sniffed the net, and I don't know if they will tonight.
Right now, you're just wondering, is this game a stat booster for the Titans? And
this would definitely help them. And then overall, they're averaging around 11 to 12 goals a game and allowing 7. They played, I'm pretty sure, in a tournament earlier in the year. I could be mistaken, but pretty good resume so far for the Titans. And teams ahead of them, the teams that they're tied with is Indiana and Hampton, and the others that are ahead of them for tied all in first is Mars, Quaker Valley, and Swickley Academy. They'll play. Did they already play Swickley Academy?
I think they did. That was their section loss.
That was their last previous loss, I'm pretty sure.
9-8, which is something that
Yes.
the Titans did not want to see. Now, yes, they are a powerful team, can still bounce back, but that's just a heartbreaking loss for these Titans.
But they're playing right now like that game never happened. And that's the right mindset. You gotta walk it off. And here he goes. Making a move is Noah. Or not, excuse me, not Noah. It was Henry Weeman, and he'll throw it out.
Titans have it behind the net. Run around.
Making a move, passing it out. Good fake, and they score again. It's 8-0. What a game this has been for the Titans.
That
As
tight
two,
goal scored by number 12.
as two subs
Troy
will come in
Signetti.
for the Titans, as that will be Riley Douglas and Joey
I believe that is Joey Schultenbrand.
He's seen some action on varsity, and hopefully with this score we can see something out of him.
And look like the guy who usually plays defense is now being put in the midfield.
I mean, you got to try new things, and that's Douglas on the win. And here comes Douglas. Back out. What a pass. Does he got another pass hit him? He does, and he scores! 10-0.
9-0.
Oh, 9-0.
But that goal was in, I believe, exactly
And that
10
tight goal scored
seconds.
by number 10.
That is
Elliot
a crazy
Enjo.
fast goal.
8 seconds left in the quarter, and this might be the Titans' best quarter of the season. Remember, Allderdice, their last game, they lost 26-0 to Penn Trafford. They need to get some fight, but we'll have to see.
Now, maybe they're just playing with that stuck on their mind. And they're like, don't make mistakes.
Douglas off, and there's a flag that's thrown. Right around the buzzer, we'll see what it is.
It looks like we'll have 2 minutes in between quarters.
So that's the end of the first quarter. The Titans up big, 9-0 here on senior night. A night to remember for these senior Titans. We'll be back after a break. Welcome back here to the second quarter here at Titan Stadium. The Titans up big. The Titans are up big here at Titan Stadium, 9-0. Tyler, so there's a penalty called on the field. And it will look like it will be a face-off in the middle, so I think they canceled that penalty out. So what do you want to see out of Taylor Allderdice here to start this second quarter?
Aggression, aggression, aggression. That is what they need. And actually, there is still a penalty. It was on Taylor Allderdice, so they're playing down a man.
So now Shaler's on this end, and it's Elliott with the ball. He'll just clear it out, now throw it over to Gavin Smallwood. Smallwood with it. He's just walking around. Over to Gino Texter. And another goal for the Titans. 10-0, they hit double digits.
30 seconds flat into this second quarter.
What a game this has been.
Gino Texter.
What is going on with Taylor Allderdice?
I think they've had an injury early in the game, and
it looks like he's not going to return. He doesn't have his helmet on, and he's just standing next to the coaches. So it looks like his day is done. There's a face-off in midfield, and it's won by the Titans again. It's Riley Douglas with it. Douglas running around, around the zone, and here comes some pressure by Allderdice. As I say that, they lay off a little. Troy Signetti with it. He'll pass it over to McGregor. McGregor over to Coulter Siddick. Siddick with it. Gets it over to McGregor.
As we saw earlier in the game, Titans again just playing keep away from these Dragons.
Throw it over to McGregor. Shoots and it's offline. And it will remain Titans ball. Here comes Smallwood over, just a little too much on that pass. And Shaler will have it again. Siddick with it. Siddick over to Josh. Josh passing it over to Smallwood. Shaler's just been in Allderdice's zone all day. If you were Allderdice's coach, what are you telling your team at the break? Or what would you have told them after the first quarter to give them some kind of energy to get back in this game?
I don't think there's really anything saying 9-0 down after 12 minutes of play. I mean, yes, Titans are a really good team.
That's going to hit off a player, and he looks to be a little hurt. That's number 59, Ethan Voyet-Cherna. But he appears to be fine now, so he would not be taken out. They can't really afford to be taken out. As you just see the size difference from these two teams, it's almost, Shaler's got like double the team, like you said earlier. Do you think that's a big difference?
Of course it is, especially with field sports like soccer, football, and as we see now, lacrosse. Conditioning is a lot, and you need a lot of players to have good conditioning.
No, you play soccer.
I do.
What's the conditioning like?
Especially during a conditioning week, wake up at 6 a.m. for an hour and a half of just straight conditioning.
Is it brutal?
It's brutal. And with lacrosse, you're getting hit left and right with a stick, with a body. So it has to be much worse than soccer.
Shoots on net, he'll miss it, and it will stay Shaler ball. So looking at Shaler's upcoming schedule here, they will take on Quaker Valley, I'm pretty sure, next, which that will be a good game. Quaker Valley tied for first in the section.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but Gavin Smallwood just put another one behind Allderdice's keeper.
Goal scored by number 22, Gavin Smallwood.
I believe that is his fourth of the night. Fourth of his senior night, might I add.
This is going to be a senior night that he's telling everybody for a long, long time. So Shaler's next game will be against Moon. Pretty sure it will be against Moon here on the 10th. So that would be on Thursday. We will get a game against Moon, fighting for it down behind the net. And Shaler will have possession still. Elliott running around with it. He'll swing it out to Adam Fellows. He's the sophomore here. Fellows is walking around with it. I'd like him to get a goal. Here he goes. Fellows shoots, and he scores. No, he doesn't.
Hits the net, but hits the wrong side, as it sails just wide of the post.
Wrong side. I thought it was in there for a minute. And here comes Allderdice.
I think even some of the parents thought it was in, as I heard some cheering coming from them.
Yes, I heard a lot of cheering there. And Fellows will just pick it up. That's not Fellows. My mistake. That is Trevor Signetti. And there's a flag that's going to be thrown. Signetti's shot on net is off. And it looks like there will be a penalty against...
Looks like another one against Taylor Allderdice.
It may have been tripping, but I'm not sure of the call. But it will remain Shaler ball. So they'll look to score. 10-0 here, right? Isn't it 10-0?
No, it's 11-0.
11-0. Here in Shaler, and he'll shoot it. Score Riley Douglas again.
Wait, sorry, did I just say it was 11-0? I meant 12-0.
And that time goal scorer number
12-0 now.
Riley Douglas.
7 minutes left in this quarter. What a game this has been. Do you think Allderdice score? When do you think Allderdice is going to put a point on the board?
Maybe in 5 games. I'm sorry, but Taylor Allderdice cannot seem to get past the midfield against these Titans. They're just playing too passive.
And Shaler's net has not seen any action in it today. And it'll be Allderdice ball, so they're back in Shaler's territory. They got to go. And he mishandles it. So here it goes. Here comes Douglas. Riley Douglas passes it over, misses it off. Signetti with it. Tries to make a move. He'll kick it out. Shot on net, it's off. And Shaler will be fighting for it. And Allderdice will have it. He'll come down a little bit too high, overthrown him.
There's Don McGregor.
McGregor has it. He's trying to find time, shoots and scores. The Titans have scored 13 points.
Will this be a repeat for Taylor Allderdice of their match against Freeport?
It may be. Shaler 13 points away from tying the biggest deficit that Allderdice has faced this year.
That Titan goal scorer by number 1, Dominic McCracken.
And what do you expect some of the backups to get in the game for Shaler?
No later than halftime. I mean, sure, you can keep the seniors on. It is, after all, their night. But I don't expect some of the juniors, like Don McGregor.
Shoots and scores again. 14-0 Shaler.
As I was saying, but Titans interrupted me with another goal. I don't see juniors like Don McGregor.
Henry Wyman with the score. The Titans up 14.
Yeah, I don't see juniors or I don't really see juniors staying on for much longer. I mean, seniors, yes, it's their night. But I'm expecting to see more of sophomores and maybe even some freshmen.
And Shaler fighting with it. He'll pick it up and then he'll lose it. Allderdice just cannot seem to be able to pick up the ball on loose balls, and now they'll get it over to number 17, Joseph DiSabato. And Elliott will mishandle it, but he'll get it, he'll retain it. Over to Smallwood. Back over to Jonah Cable. Cable swinging it over to DiSabato. DiSabato throwing it over to Gavin Pierce. Pierce throwing it there, back into Smallwood. They're letting some of the younger guys get some playing time here. And Shaler's just playing keep away from Allderdice. If you're Allderdice, are you pressuring here?
I mean, at this point, retain as much energy as you can for future games. Don't risk the injury. I mean, maybe when they were down like 5-0, I would say yes, pressure, pressure, pressure.
It is still the first half here, and then he'll mishandle it, and Shaler trying to scoop it up. Will he? He will not, and Allderdice has it. He'll throw it long, caught. And he's not looking behind him, and he lost the ball. And then DiSabato lost it. Now DiSabato has it again. Throws it over to Gavin Smallwood. And he'll just run with it. He's behind the net. looking for a pass, just looking around. Back over to Jonah Cable. Cable over to Gavin Pierce. Back over to DeSabato. DeSabato over to Elliott. Elliott trying to make a move. Off the goalie's stick, and Allderdice has possession. He'll dump it to the goalie. Tries to throw it long. Can't. Picked up. Here comes Allderdice. Their first big possession inside Shaler's zone. Hit with the stick, and he'll throw it away. And it will roll out. Shaler ball.
This looks like Zach Ehrenberger, Titan goalie, just sitting back there.
He's just enjoying the show right now. He hasn't had to do much, and he's over there talking to one of his teammates. So Shaler has this game pretty much in locks, unless Allderdice pulls off one of the greatest comebacks in lacrosse history.
Not even lacrosse history, probably in American sports history.
And Smallwood will pass it over to Gavin Pierce. Pierce over to Carson.
So Allderdice tries to bat it away, but bats it to the thorn in their side. Gavin Smallwood
will have it. Over to Carson Tepper. And Shaler still just playing keep away, and it's pretty much all you can do right now. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the quarter. Shaler up big as they just continue to play keep away, and you just don't see any fight out of Taylor Allderdice. And you don't ever want to say a team has quit, but right now it looks like they've quit.
Defensively, yes, but when they get into that offensive zone, they can work it until they can't.
And the main thing that's been Allderdice's problem today is losing control of the ball in their net, or in their stick, I mean. But that's been the main thing. They've gotten some streaks down the field into Shaler territory that just mishandling the ball has been the main problem for this Allderdice squad. As that's Gavin Pierce with it. Gets it back to Elliott. Shoots offline, and it will be Shaler possession still.
Seems like even when the ball goes out, the Dragons cannot retain possession. It's like they don't have that hunger for the ball like the Titans do.
Shaler wants to make a statement. You don't want to play tight with a team below, has a team with only one win this year. You want to make a statement. You don't want to keep this close. Especially, there's a lot of momentum in sports, and that's one of the main things, especially in high school sports. Momentum is key. And Shaler's trying to pull off a lot of momentum as they go in to take on Mars next.
That's it. That marks the less than 30-second mark.
Throw it in, and they almost turn it over. They will. So here comes Jonah Cable with it. Fighting off defender. Mishandles it. And it will be Shaler ball. Possession's in. Smallwood shoots, and it's way offline. And Shaler has possession of it. Capel offline.
And that'll do it for the half.
And that's the end of the first half. Shaler up 14-0. We will see you after this halftime break. Welcome back here to Titan Stadium as the start of the second half is underway. Shaler, huge first half, 14-0. What do you expect out of Shaler this half?
Domination. I don't need to say much more. Domination.
And they're fighting for possession, and Shaler has it. Here comes number 12, Troy Signetti, my mistake. And Elliott has it. Kicks it back out to Douglas. Douglas over to Zenon. So seniors still in for the Titans. I expect them to probably play the rest of the game. And did they make a goalie change?
I believe they did make a goalie change. And that looks like sophomore Brady Klingensmith between the posts. Looks like he's just resting on his stick. His boys do all the work in front of him.
So Shaler just playing keep away. So the mercy rule is in effect. So there is a running clock now. They can't get a certain amount of points to end the game, but there will be a running clock for the rest of the last 2 quarters here.
But I don't think that'll stop the Titans, especially with how dominant they were in the first half.
Mm-hmm. So Shaler with it here out. They'll throw it over to Douglas. Douglas back to Elliott. And Elliott will look to attack inside the zone. Elliott attacks in, shoots, passes, my mistake, and he'll score. Titans score, and they've hit 15.
And who else?
That Titan goal scored by number 23, Jonah
Oh,
Cable.
sorry. I thought that was Gavin Smallwood, but no, that was sophomore Jonah Cable.
His first goal of the night. He had a few in the first half that he shot that were a little off net, but he finally finds the net and gets one to go. So a nice fast start here for the Titans. Clock is running. And Allderdice, they can't seem to figure it out here, as their worst loss of the season was a 26-point loss. Right now they're on pace to lose like that. Douglas catches, and he scores. That was Troy Signetti with the score.
Thank God for the running clock for the Dragons. Oh, so this game would probably never end.
12, Troy
We might be here all
Signetti.
night.
So a little under 9 minutes here with the Titans up 16-0. They played a little bit of keep away in the first half, near the end of the first half, but now they're starting to pick it up. They want to try to end this game as fast as they can.
Yeah, okay. We want to end this game quickly, but we want to win big. I could probably envision their coach saying, okay, I want to win, but I want to win bigger than Freeport did against them.
Yeah. And he'll be fighting for it. That is number 16, Zenon Cieslak with it. And now they'll just take it back out of the zone. He'll be attacking the Titans attack. Inside, Henry Wyman passes it over to Signetti. Signetti back to Signetti, throws it over to his brother Signetti. And here comes the Titans. Shoots and offline.
Again, it's Titans with possession. Seems like every shot they take, they regain possession.
So Titans still in the zone. And do you think they'll still play keep away, or do you think they're going to try to score?
I think they're going to try to score. I mean, it's a running clock, so...
It doesn't really matter at this point. Elliott trying to get it back to throws it over to Signetti. Signetti to Signetti. The brother duo. Or no, my mistake. Number 17, Joey DiSabato.
Looks like Titans just working around this Dragons defense as they've been doing all night.
Finding the net, and he'll score! And the bench loves that one. Number 16, Zedin Cieslak, the senior, finds the net for the first time today.
Happy senior night, Mr. Cieslak.
And that tied goal scored by number 16, the Big Z, Zenon Cieslak.
Apparently they call him the Big Z, as a PA guy said.
Nice nickname.
It looks like the Titans will attempt to remain relentless.
Titans, they want, I think if they can beat them by 30, I think they'll be happy. And here's the faceoff. And it will be won again by the Titans. So here comes Douglas with it. Shaking off not tacklers, but shaking off defenders. Throws it over to Smallwood. Smallwood has it. He'll pass it out in the back to Capel. Over to DiSabato. DiSabato over to Douglas. Douglas with it. He'll now swing it over to Gavin. Gavin Smallwood with it. He'll run around behind the net. Passes it over. Swing it back out to Elliott. Elliott passes it there. Douglas has it. And the Titans just playing keep away, and really just no fight for Allderdice. Like, what do you do? What do you do as Allderdice's coach right now? His team's not really giving much effort, even though this big deficit. Would you like to still see them giving 100% effort?
I would like to see them get 50. If I were the coach, I wouldn't want injury. That's the big thing for them right now.
And he'll finally have can they try to break the scoring drought and look for their first point as the ball's met around, and Shaler, they're a bunch of sharks. That's what I would describe them. They're just coming for the bite. And here he comes. Number 15, Jack Clark, has it. He's running around. Swing around. Capel with it. He's just standing there with it. Now he'll swing it back out to Elliott.
It looks like Titans opting for 4 in the back.
Riley Douglas has it. And this might be the best senior night these seniors and this Shaler team could have envisioned or imagined. Setting your team off like this on a hot note. Shaler with it now. And the ball's out, and oh! What a hit by Jack Clark. He came in there like a shark, and finally a chance for Allderdice to score, and it's just off the mark. And it will remain Allderdice ball. That was probably the best drive by Allderdice to get a shot on net. They haven't had too many of those today.
Not many at all. I think that was probably around their 5th.
And a lot of subs come in for the Titans.
So we have around 2:20 left in this quarter.
The first time Quincy Montgomery is coming in the game for the Titans. He is a sophomore. And there's some kind of confusion down in the field, but we'll finally begin back here in the third quarter. Running clock still for this game, and we'll be back. And he loses possession of it. Swinging it over. Allderdice with it. Try to make a spin move on him. Number 11, Sam Walla. And he'll get it back to Sam Walla. Shoots on net and stopped by the Titans. Throws it in. And Zenon has it. He'll throw it over to Smallwood. Smallwood makes a move. Try to shoot it on net, just wide left. And it will be a Shaler ball still here. Subbing. Shaler will make a change.
There's 1 minute left in this quarter. Now is this 1 minute for the Titans to make their lead bigger? Or is this 1 minute for the Dragons to keep the Titans back?
So here comes Shaler, as it just looks like they're going to run this clock down, unless they'll try to get a score, as here comes Douglas, running shot on net, and he scores.
Just as you say that.
Another goal for Douglas today, and how many is that for him?
I think that might be his hat trick.
He might have had a hat trick, and there's a lot of Titans with hat tricks here today. Shaler up huge, as the clock still remains to run, down to 15 seconds. They are up 18 on the Allderdice Dragons. And it looks like the refs will take their time to get up here, as they might just let this quarter run out.
And that is exactly
that's the end of the third. Shaler up still big, 18-0. 4 goals in the third quarter, and the Titans still with the lead. We'll be back after this break for the fourth quarter. Titans up big.
And we welcome you to this fourth quarter of play. Titans up 18-0 after, what is that, 36 minutes of play.
Yeah, and that was this has been a really good game for the Titans, you know. It's a game that Allderdice wants to forget. But, as our papers are flying around in the booth here, if you think the Titans are going to still try to score, I think they will. You know, the game is pretty much over.
I mean, they've put younger players in. All the younger players are hungry. As am I. So, it's face off.
And Shaler will win it. And here he comes on the possession. Shaler striking big. And Shaler will have it. A little bit of a lost possession for DiSabato. He'll still have it. Striking down, and he missed it.
Just a bit wide for the junior. Although you have to wonder, how tired is he? Because he is a dual sport athlete, playing both lacrosse and tennis. And there was a tennis match earlier today.
The tennis win?
No, but mentally we did win. So that's all that matters. Titans just going around the world with the ball.
I mean, what else can you do? It's really getting cold out here. I don't know if that will affect anything in this game. But still a running clock for the rest of the quarter here. Titans looking to strike. Shaler has it. Just passing it around. They're not looking to score much. Elliott has it. He'll swing it back out to Douglas. Over to McGregor. McGregor over to Smallwood. And back to Cable. Cable over to Elliott.
Looks like Elliott calling for a play.
Shaler with it. Passes it inside. Here comes Douglas. Trying to make a move. Shimmying around, spin move. Trying to find pressure, can't find it. And it'll be Shaler still at the ball. Cable with it, he'll pass it over to Douglas. A little high, but Douglas jumps up for it. So here comes the Titans. Driving, and he'll just pass it out. Try to shot it. Pump fake. Here comes Smallwood. Riding around, Smallwood off the rim. This isn't basketball, but off the, I guess, crossbar. Is that what you'd call it?
Crossbar post, couldn't see exactly where it hit, but something like that.
And Shaler just running around with it. Allderdice kind of looking like they're accepting defeat out here. .9:13 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Shaler trying to get something to go. And off. Thought he had a goal there. That was Jonah Cable with the shot.
There's a flag.
And there's a flag that has been thrown. But it's looking like it will be on Allderdice because they have to touch it before they stop it. Shot on net, and he's in. Number 22, Gavin Smallwood again. Is that like 6 goals for him?
Number 22, Gavin
5 or
Smallwood.
6.
Absolute amazement.
His last name might be Smallwood, but he's been a thorn in the side for these Dragons. Just relentlessly attacking, putting the ball right behind their keeper. He accounts for about 1/4 of the Titans' goals tonight. What a night to remember for Gavin. It looks like the Dragons, the Dragons will be taking a penalty after that.
And here comes the Titans. Running on it is Shaler. Shot on, blocked off, got it again, and he scored, but there's a flag down. And it looks to be
That Titan goal scorer number 19,
on,
Alex Ringers.
It looks to be on Allderdice, so that is a Titans score. And if they reach 20, what's the score over there? 21?
It is 20-0.
20-0. So hot start for the Titans here and an absolute blowout.
And the Dragons will be eating away another penalty. They've just been taking nonsense penalties all night, and that could be one of the factors that has led to this 20-point deficit.
So here comes the Titans up here at midfield for the faceoff. Shaler, they've been dominant at the faceoff, and they'll look to win another one. We'll see if they pick it up. He does. Number 16, Joey DiSabato.
As it looks like, even though the weather has gone cold, the Titans sideline still remains electric.
They're just loving it. How can you not love this if you're a part of this team? Setting your seniors out on senior night with a win. They still have, I think, another 2 home games. So, and the season's not over. This goes all the way through May and potentially through June if they can, make some noise in the playoffs and get into states. We'll see, but the Titans with a huge, huge game right now.
Now, I would say the scoreboard might look like a football game, but the 20 would have to be under the guest for it to look like a football game for Shaler.
Shot. Shot on for the Titans.
The Titans just continue to move the ball around near the 30 and 40-yard lines. Now, as I say that, they are now near the goal line. The football goal line, I'm sorry.
And here comes the Titans with it. And they'll have back with possession. Shaler with it. Trying to create pressure. He has it. Down behind the net. And the Titans are just moving it. Allderdice has not been in the Titans' possession for probably 5 minutes now. And it's not looking like that will change anytime soon.
As with the running clock, this quarter, has gone very quick, as we are now under 5 minutes left to play.
Titans still looking for a big win.
This ball is behind the net. That looks like that's Gavin Smallwood with it. Pass out to Joey DeSabata.
Back over to Douglas. Douglas will swing it over. And Shaler again just playing keep away. Elliott with it. Back to Douglas. So who is your key players for the game? Or who do you think has performed the best?
I mean, come on, there's no doubt in my mind. 5 goals on his senior night. It has got to be Gavin Smallwood. I mean,
he's just been amazing today. His way he's able to like move around by the net and shake off defenders and be able to strike it in on target almost every single time.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the same joke I've made about 5 times already. His last name might be Smallwood, but he's been a thorn in the side for these Dragons.
Shaler now still under 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Shaler up 20. And it doesn't look like they're going to beat the amount that Allderdice has lost by the most. Their biggest loss has been to 26, and that was, I think, their last game they've played.
It could very well be, but this is tonight. It doesn't matter about what happened last week. Tonight is all about the Titans. It's all about their seniors, who have put in 20 behind the Allderdice keeper.
And I think the main message for this team, it looks like they all want to win this year, and I think this team will definitely do something special, and I expect them and I hope that they can get into the playoffs and hopefully win the WPIAL and get into states and make some noise. So Shaler still with it here. Running around, finding pressure. And we've hit pretty much the 2-minute warning here, but there is no 2-minute warning in lacrosse, so under 2 minutes to play here in this game, and I just think the Titans would just pass it out, and they'll pick up their 5th win of the season, their 3rd win in the section, hoping after the results of today and tomorrow, they'll stand alone in that 3rd place part, and maybe if there's some other noise in the 1st place tie, they could get as high as 2. But a big time win for these Titans.
As it looks like Titans just trying to run out the clock for this final 60 seconds.
And with around 45 seconds left to play, the Titans just running it out. 5-2. 3-1 in section play. Allderdice in their first section game, they will fall to the Titans. And they'll go 0-1, and they'll get one more goal, and it's 21-0. That was number 16, Zenon Cieslak
And that Titan goal
again.
scored by number 16, Zenon Cieslak.
The big Z gets another goal. He's got 2 of the day, and he'll get a hug from his coaches as he exits the field for the last time.
And that looks
Here
like
on senior night.
that will be it for this game. Titans beat the Dragons 21-0 in their senior night.
What a huge win, and the Titans bench is storming to give their entire team a hug. What a win for the Titans. Probably their best win of the season. And these players have some fight and have some heart.
Now we flash back to my keys to the game. Strike first, strike fast, strike often. That is exactly what these Titans did.
And that was perfect analysis. So I want to start to think for the most valuable player for Shaler. What do you think we should call it?
Ooh,
The SMVP?
sure, Shaler MVP.
All right, we'll just call it that for right now. It may change, but I'd have to give it to number 22, Gavin Smallwood. He had like 6 goals. He was on fire, and I think he deserves it. Senior, he goes out with a win.
And he probably had more contributions to goals than just him putting in those 5. So he has to win that SMVP tonight.
The hit of the game, was Jack Clark.
Oh my
Number
God.
15, I think it was in the third or second quarter. He absolutely laid a kid out around like the 25, 30-yard line.
I mean, Jack
And he
does
just
play
created
hockey.
some momentum. Yeah, he was really showing his inner hockey skills there as the Titans will exit the field. So thank you all for tuning in here for a Titans senior night for the lacrosse team. Shaler wins 21-0. I'm Robert Mayer.
And I'm
You're
Tyler
Tyler Ball. And this has been an SATV production. Thank you.